So I thought about this for a little while, and what would it be like to engage with the investigation in Peru right now? Here it is, man. You have 12 hours to pack for an investigation that's 3,000 miles away involving a possibility of alien life.
The village in Peru is under attack. You have 72 hours to ascertain if it is indeed an alien species or mass psychosis. Do you accept this mission?
It's terror. It's like basically a science fiction movie that you went and saw, when you smoked too much pot and you were 15. It's a bad science fiction movie, but you're going to be there in 12 hours. And the likelihood is, however ridiculous you think this shit is, there are 1,500 South Americans screaming for the Peruvian military to come in and kill these monsters that are coming out of the jungle every night, attacking their village.
The village in Peru is under attack. Do you accept this mission? Do you accept?
What are you taking? Here it is. I'm taking 3 cameras. I'm taking my Canon, I'm taking my Osmo, and I'm taking my iPad. What does that encompass? I've got a zoom camera that shoots at 150 frames per second. I've got the Osmo shooting 4K 60 frames per second on a gimbal for stabilized footage that actually has no trouble shooting crystal clear footage of just about anything within 75, 80 yards.
It is actually a really good camera.
That's a good distance. It's a great camera. And I'm taking the iPad for up-close interview stuff or in the field close-up shooting. Shoots 4K 60 frames per second. Those are the 3 cameras I'm taking. I'm taking all the relevant chargers, all the relevant field chargers, 400 milliamp external battery chargers. They're in my knapsack on both sides with charging cords wrapped up. Tangling shit everywhere. Hanging and ready to go. If my iPad starts to die, all I gotta do is grab a cord and plug it in. If I get 8, at least I have the opportunity to film it.
Do you accept this mission?
If one of these creatures comes by and tries to peel my face off, you guys get to hear me screaming, right?
Do you accept?
Right? The thing's recording. I'm not running out of battery unless they're jamming cameras. In which case, I pull out the Osmo. Because that thing, for some reason, they haven't been able to hurt old Ozzy yet. So now I'm getting my face peeled, but I got it, and it's filming!
The village in Peru is under attack. You have 72 hours to ascertain if it is indeed an alien species or mass psychosis. Do you accept this mission?
So what does it actually look like once, let's say, you get there? I would expect that right now, that entire area, if there's any validity to this, has been locked down. Absolutely locked down since July 11th. Today is August 11th. That's 4 weeks. And supposedly the nightly attacks thing, we don't know when the last one was. We don't know what the response was. I do know this. My response, being that I have something to do with this, was immediate. And so I have to assume that people who have something to do with this type of stuff and dealing with it were immediately on top of this, because the sense of urgency I had to get to Peru was like insane. I was like, I need to get there. I thought for sure I was going to end up there this week. So what it would look like is a media correspondent trying to break into an area that's been locked down is what it would look like. And that's essentially what it is. We, would film documentarians and media correspondents share a lot in common in lockdown zones or combat zones or, active zones is what we'll call them, where you're observing and documenting a response to something serious. And when you have something that essentially is a mass psychosis like this, and it doesn't point to anything negative, it's just the observation of, a state of mind of a great many people. We have to examine the causes of stuff like this. And really, there are going to be people at some point trying to make these ridiculous explanations to explain away why people hallucinated this, or none of it was real, or this was a hoax. And the reality of the situation is that if it's a hoax, it's a pretty damn good hoax. That appeared to be mass hysteria, and the activities appeared to surround extreme paranoia or fear of something outward from every single person that I was witnessing. And is the body thing real? I don't know. I just know this is insane. I'm always hearing about stuff from down there, and I would love to go there, but I can tell you right now, you'd need to be, you would have to engage with locals and people that are willing to break protocol in order to get in that zone, because there's no way it's not locked down. So I think you'd have to bend a few rules to get there. And, this is one of those situations where you might not come out. If this is real and these things are like doing this, there might be a quarantine around this whole area where the military is in there hunting or, poisoning or doing something. So this is a dangerous deal, bro. But I'd be willing to break a few rules just to get in there and take a look at what's going on, especially if I had an opportunity, safely to document whatever the hell's going on down there. But I can tell you, this is the kind of stuff that, while it's probably going to be swept under the carpet, these are the things, man, that these people have a community. And it's important to remember that they have families. And no matter where I've traveled, man, everybody cares about their family. And to do something like this on a mass scale would be extremely irresponsible on behalf of any, group of people like this. And I doubt that that's what this is. I expect we'll hear more in a bunch of other stuff. That let's see how this is all going to be spun around in, the goofball circles. But boots on the ground, you have to break the law to get in there now, I venture a guess, or at least break some kind of like rule that's going on, martial law or something in the area of the village, something going on there.